you ain't talking paper, I'm a I tell Shorty spin around and watch it. Every time I hit the stage, I make it. Yeah. I just pull up to the crib and then I'm right back on that. Been starts up, I ain't coming home with a full. All you rappers still washed up, I don't push weight, I just pull chips. She ain't pulling the. Money boy making London money, spent most of my life on the M6. Yeah, get rich. Couple Volkswagen to Bentleys, little. Once you run up cash, double back. Baby, show me what your mama made and make that. Yeah, made that. You got such a pretty face.
Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Up next, it's our main event between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. Both teams still searching for that first win of the season. One of them is going to find it here as we're off in week 2. He's going to field this at the 2. He's brought down just inside the 25. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10.
Great. 63, 6. I know anyone.
We're on here with Will Shipley. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
180.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Let's get to that wide, complete. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
No touch.
They give to Barkley, left side. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Great.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's going to fall incomplete. They wanted to get it right back to him after that run, but no luck on that throw.
As a quarterback, you love when that screen pass is called. At least I used to. And you want to attract that defense and all those guys coming after you. But you also got to find a throwing lane, and he couldn't do it on that one.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Dallas Goedert, the touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. To return this, Marcus Jones. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's first and 10. On play action, here's May. Buying some time left. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
First couple snaps, first drive of the game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Henderson on second down. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's May. We'll get it completed to Travion Henderson. He's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. Second down.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and netted some positive yards.
He was unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Quite the drive they've had, Bronk, but they're up against it. 3rd and 5 now. May now from the gun. He has the first over the middle. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a New England first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Finds him over the middle. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Henderson can't quite pass that line. They stop him at the 3. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 3-yard line.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. All right, right time to get this second quarter going. The Patriots set up inside the red zone. From the gun, it's May. And he scores. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots finish up their opening drive. Well, we all know, Brock, you want your players to get better as the game goes on and as they settle into a contest. But, man, it is tough to imagine this guy getting any better than he was on that opening drive, huh?
Yeah, you hear me all the time just talk about getting the quarterback in the rhythm, right? Just feel of the game. Yeah, you can't be much better than that. A perfect 5 for 5 and to finish it off for 6. That is a sweet feeling heading to the sidelines.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Hey, Silver.
They go play fake with Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Gain of 26 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. It's a chance for running here. Shoots away from one. Some good running here as he gets him 7 on that first down carry.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3.
Hey, easy, 63, bang.
Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. A pickup of 17. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First down 10 at the 25-yard line.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They go to Barkley again. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out. 3rd and short.
Third down. Pat's going with a few extra defensive backs this time.
Grace.
It's a design run for Hurts. Massive hit. The ball is out. And he falls on his own miscue, and that sets him up with a first down.
First down and goal to go.
And he picks the spike. Escapes the pocket. And he drives this forward to the 6.
The positive of that effort, you didn't go backwards. You didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and goal from the 6.
Crowd left, Yeti. No, hey, easy, 63. Anyway,
Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Woodson. Reaches the 40. At the 20. And he's going to score. It's a pick six for New England.
This offense had time to go through the 5 stages of grief by the time that interception reached the other end zone, Kate. Denial when they saw it picked off. Anger's return picked up steam all the way through to some reluctant acceptance that they just watched the celebration unfold in the wrong end zone.
One after is good by BirdGang. And the Patriots break that tie and now lead by 7. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And they steal it back on the return. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's made in the air. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And this one doesn't go far.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They send Diggs in motion right. To throw, here's May. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
No connection on the last play. And out 3rd down.
What's that? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making were to check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB could run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there's none to be had. No escape route available this time. Hey, compared to the kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Now BirdGang on to send it away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Hurts back to the air after the pick. It's cut. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll work this one up to the 28. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Hurts. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Hey, Silvers. Alpha, alpha, alpha. No touch.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
At the 33-yard
No
line.
touch. Trimmer, trimmer. Take it slow, take it slow. Call up Yeti. Yeti, Yeti. No touch.
Hurts yet again. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line.
No touch. And anyway, 73. 73. Call up Yeti. Hey, hey. No touch.
It's Hurts once again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. All right, with 6 seconds left, we've got a timeout.
It's a loss of 14.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. Let that pass rush get home.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
180, 180. No touch.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there can be more interceptions.
So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. On the return, here's Jones. Good work so far. He's got room. And nearly to the 35-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. And that kick returner, he took matters in his own hands.
To the air on first down, May. Flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping it. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds.
Well, you don't get the first down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Short pass brought in. A lot of space ahead. Space, left sideline, and he's off to the races. He will go. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots grow the lead coming out of halftime. I think we actually saw him call it early there, Brock. He made that throw, and then he signaled it was gonna be a touchdown. Like a guy calling it before his three-pointer goes through the net.
Oh, you mean like Larry Legend Bird in the three-point shooting contest in the 80s?
Well, maybe like a Tyrese Maxey. Whatever.
The kids aren't alive, I get it. And they weren't alive in the 80s. They didn't see Larry Legend do it, but he did. And he anticipated, just like the quarterback.
Fields this one at the 3. Escapes a defender. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Hey, easy, 63, 63. Great. Set. Hey, 70. 181, huh? No touch.
Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Get some space around midfield. And he is down inside the 35-yard line. Offense to the line fast.
First down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
First down throwing for Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
No touch that. Right anyway, that. Come back, go. 63. Tiger Hornet. Going silver, ready? No touch.
Hurts setting up to throw. Going all the way to the end zone here. And he scores. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles start the second half with some needed points. A.J. Brown, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or two high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this two-point play.
The Eagles will set up for the two-point conversion.
73. Kyle left Yeti. No touch.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for two. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that rail high.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. May off the play fake. Buying some time right. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to be escorted out right along that 35-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of the defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Here's May on first and 10. All in left side. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Dude, I was on the field, a young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, and give him a chance to make a play.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Chased out to his right. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. May looking to throw. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They moved the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
Here we go, fourth down, May. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Hey, 73, left Yeti. No touch.
On first down, Hurts. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Well, he already has a himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Hurts trying again on second down. And again, it's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions. It made this third down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On third down, it's Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down.
Staring down, that down in distance, it was going to take some type of big play offensively to extend the drive. But all that sack did was create a bigger play for the defense.
Well, best of luck here. It's fourth and a considerable distance.
63.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Must have lost sight of the play clock there, Brock, because the quarterback could have snapped it in time, but instead, they take the penalty. The Eagles are in punt formation, and this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And he can't find anything as he goes out of bounds. Nothing on that return.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Patriots lining up. It's first and 10. Starting on the ground with Henderson. He's out in the clear. Along the right sideline, there's space. Hits the 20. Cuts it. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots keep their drive alive and reach Pater one play later. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Buys time, rolling right. And he can't connect with his man, so they tried for 2, but it doesn't work out. Borregales on to send it away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Go Silver, ready? Hey, easy, 63. Great.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Hey, Silver.
Hurts now from the gun. Drops it off to Barkley, complete. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
It's a designed run. Hurts. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Offense in the hurry up here.
A pickup of 2. Brings up second and goal.
Silver, check. Hey, 73. Call up Yanni.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up third down. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup. Yeah. Unless you're already committed to going for it on fourth, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
63. Call up Yanni.
Hurts now on third and goal. He gets it in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
Can attack on 2 more. The Eagles and Hurts to the line.
The Eagles will set up for the 2-point conversion.
Call up Yanni.
He's going to throw it. And he's got it. That catch gets him 2 and turns this into a one-score game once again. Well, I hear you say it all the time, partner. It comes back to that word trust, and they trusted in their offense to go get those 2 points, make this a one-score game. They do their job. Now one big play can change the entire outlook of this game for them.
Yeah, now it becomes about complementary football. As you said, the offense did their job. Now defense, can you not just get a stop? Can you get a turnover? Maybe take it to the house yourself. Either way, that conversion puts them one snap away from a totally different ball game.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
New England bringing the offense to the line. First and 10. With the pistol, Henderson. And they get about 5 on that first down as he's sent out of bounds. So 5 still to go now on second.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They go play action. Here's May. On the move, headed right. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Cling to that lead and find a way to convert this third down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
Bails out of the pocket quick. He finds his running back, Henderson. Wow, they're actually...
You'll be looking at me and I'll be loaded. Hell broken all loose below. Heaven had no place to go. Mama's gonna pay for all that I'm gifted. How we gonna do it? Take what I want, though the world's resistant. How we gonna do it? No repeat, goddamn fatalistic. How we gonna do it? Still for the rich, for the rich, for the rich. Time is gonna pay me. Gonna pay me. Gonna pay. Gonna pay. Crime is gonna with no resistance now. Do it. What we gonna call it? All out falling.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Crazy, crazy. Turn on that. Five. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. You're on the ball. Crazy, crazy.
To the air right away is May. And he's got this one to Henderson. It's caught. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A huge play there right off the bat. 41 yards.
I've heard of quick strike offenses, but this is taking that to the extreme. I mean, the very first snap of the ball game, normally you're thinking, let's get our quarterback comfortable and get him into the flow of the game, but not here. They come out attacking from the outset, and it pays off in a big way.
A carry here for Trevion Henderson. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. To the air, May. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got room. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. Able to convert on third and 14. A terrific play call.
First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On first down, it's Henderson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
May looking to run. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here goes that. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
To throw, it's May. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And his kick here is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never give those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Hey, let's go. Trimmer. Out. Hey.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
At the 14-yard line.
Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Hey, Silver. Great.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. The Eagles had 0-1 in the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be...
Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Patriots